State of New California, notice to all Californians, Chapter 2, Grievance number 33, December 8, 2020. New California is a new state in development exercising its constitutional right to form from the state of California. The process to form New California is authorized and codified in Article 4, Sections 3 and 4 of the United States Constitution. Statement of intent. The citizens of New California have decided to remedy the abuse of power by the government of California by exercising their right to form a new state provided in the United States Constitution, Article 4, Sections 3 and Section 4. We are determined to live under a state government in the United States of America and under the Constitution of the United States. New California Declaration of Independence of January 15, 2018 states, whenever any form of government becomes destructive, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government. When a long train of abuses and acts to seize and hold the people's power without legal authority and pursuing invariably the same object that clearly demonstrates a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Preamble of the New California State Constitution states, we, the representatives of the undersigned counties within the state of California, do acknowledge and humbly invoke the favor of Almighty God for continued civil and religious liberty to ourselves and our posterity. First Amendment of the United States Constitution states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution states, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. The counties of New California State brought forward 95 Chapter 1 grievances between January 2018 and November 2019. On April 28, 2020, New California will issue 95 additional Chapter 2 grievances to be announced in public on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. State of New California, Grievance 33, Declaration of Grievance, Statement of Facts. The people of California are suffering from a tyrannical state government which fails to provide a Republican form of governance, enables and supports across its southern border the invasion of the United States of America by illegal foreign nationals, and protects vicious criminals who commit outrageous acts of violence upon the citizens of America, all caused by a government of and for a monoparty system led by a tyrannical dictator who openly defies federal law. California state government violates the following. United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 4. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a Republican form of government and shall protect each of them against invasion and on the application of the legislature or of the executive when the legislature cannot be convened against domestic violence. United States Constitution, Article 6. The Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby, anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. First Amendment, United States Constitution. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. 14th Amendment, United States Constitution, Section 3. No person shall be a senator or representative of Congress or elector of president and vice president, or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or under any state, who, having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress, or as an officer of the United States, or as a member of any state legislature, or as an executive or judicial officer of any state, to support the Constitution of the United States, shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same, or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof. The Congress may, by a vote of 2/3 of each house, remove such disability. Order of the day, hearings for collaborators. We, the people of the unified counties of New California, seek the removal of the California state governor. We are determined to stop the one-man rule of a pusillanimous, craven dictator whose words and actions are a grave danger to all U.S. citizens living in California. To the astonishment of the entire onlooking world, corrupt politicians and enemy collaborators are engaged in a coordinated plot to overthrow not only free elections in the United States, but the United States as a republic. California is an epicenter of this activity and has been the proving ground for the means and methods that are now being employed by leftists nationwide to steal elections all across the nation, thus far with impunity. Dismantling the deep state must begin here, with the creation of the 51st state, New California. We will exercise the cancer of excise the cancer of corrupt politics that threatens not only to destroy the state, but our entire nation. Whenever this corruption is found, and regardless of party affiliation, it will be routed out. Collaborator, Merriam-Webster. Someone who works with another person or group. Someone who assists an enemy, such as an invader or occupying force. Example, the Germans had allies and collaborators who, whether from conviction or perceived necessity, sought a privileged place in Hitler's new order. Robert Skavensky. California's corrupt politicians have put their names and signatures to the fraudulent ballots harvested by their fellow communist collaborators, and in doing so have become participants in insurrection, rebellion, and treason. Evidence is mounting that their ties to China and its global communist insurrection against legitimate governments are substantial, and that they are financial as well as ideological, and that the warfare that is being waged upon us is of cyber warfare nature, as well as involving espionage, sabotage, and recruitment by foreign enemies and their networks of organized conspirators. The tyranny that California is suffering under is as great as what the colonies were subject to under King George, which precipitated the throwing off of that tyrannical government and the creation of our own Union of States in order to secure the liberties which are inherent to all human beings by virtue of the nature of their creation by the Creator. We, the people, do hereby revoke the signatures of these criminals who deem to represent us, and we will have our day in court. Justice will be served. New Californians lead the nation in petitioning the federal government to recognize the insurrection that is unfolding before us, and to use the tools and devices of modern warfare to combat these threats, including the use of military tribunals. Insurrection. The government of California, the current socialist governor, dictator, and monoparty system, along with local officials, are following a coordinated design with the intent to actively engage in acts of insurrection against the United States Constitution. The Insurrection Act of 1807 and the Emergency Economic Powers Act are United States federal laws that govern the ability of the President of the United States to deploy military troops within the United States to put down lawlessness, insurrection, and rebellion. Acts of secession. The California government, in conjunction with the socialist state executive instituted wherever the current socialist governor dictator has usurped power, has actively engaged in acts of secession and have created a reign of terror on United States citizens living in California with the intent to secede from the United States of America and thus destroy the very Union of States which secures our liberty and freedom. Abdication of authority. Betrayal by the sitting socialist governor dictator of California, the monoparty legislature, and local elected officials is evidence of abdication of their responsibilities of authority and sovereignty over the citizens of the United States living in California state. Prayer. The citizens of New California pray for the President to exercise his authority under the Insurrection Act of 1807 or the Emergency Economic Powers Act to end the tyranny being foisted upon the United States citizens living in California state. This concludes these proceedings. NewCaliforniaState.com, 877-828-2753.